The first rays of dawn kissed James's face, gently rousing him from slumber. He lay still for a moment, eyes closed, inhaling the sweet serenity of the nascent day. A gentle breeze rustled the leaves outside his window, composing a soothing melody that calmed his soul. This was his sanctuary, these precious moments before the world demanded his attention, moments he held sacred. James rose and moved to the kitchen, each step light, almost reverent. As he prepared his morning coffee, the aroma filled the air, a comforting embrace against the day's uncertainties. Lost in the simple ritual, he found a familiar solace, a quiet strength that whispered of resilience and hope. The world outside might hold its share of trials, but here in the stillness of dawn, he found his center. He stepped out onto his small balcony, cradling the warm mug in his hands. The city was slowly waking, its sounds still muffled, a gentle hum against the backdrop of the rising sun. He closed his eyes, feeling the warmth on his face, a sense of gratitude washing over him. This was his time, a stolen moment of peace before the day's challenges unfolded. And in this quiet communion with the dawn, he found the strength to face whatever lay ahead. He decided he would call his brother instead, reaching out for a connection that grounded him even more. The day unfolded, as it always did, with its share of unspoken words and veiled emotions. Breakfast with his wife, once a symphony of shared smiles and easy conversation, was now a carefully orchestrated dance around silences.
Could you pass the salt?
Her sharp tone, the pointed barbs hidden in seemingly innocuous remarks, were a constant reminder of the chasm that had grown between them. James absorbed it all with a quiet resilience, his demeanor calm, his voice measured.
Here you go.
He refused to be drawn into the undercurrent of negativity, choosing instead to retreat behind a wall of stoic silence. His solace lay in his own inner world, a space where her words held no power, where his spirit remained untouched. He focused on the mundane, the everyday rituals that anchored him to normalcy. He read the newspaper, each word a welcome distraction, each turn of the page a small victory against the emotional turmoil that threatened to engulf him. And as he sipped his coffee, he clung to the faint hope that one day the silence between them might be filled with words of love and understanding once more. Work was his refuge, a place where he could pour his energy into something tangible, something that brought a sense of accomplishment and purpose. A skilled craftsman, he found solace in the feel of wood beneath his hands, in the rhythmic clang of hammer against metal. Each stroke, each carefully measured cut was imbued with a silent intensity, a release of the pent-up emotions that simmered within him. He channeled the ache in his heart into his creations, transforming pain into beauty, sorrow into art. The world faded away, his workshop becoming a sanctuary where only the rhythm of his work and the whispers of his soul prevailed. As the hours flew by, he found a sense of peace, a quiet satisfaction in the tangible evidence of his labor. The smooth curves of a handcrafted chair, the intricate details of a meticulously carved frame. They were a testament to his resilience, a visible reminder of his ability to create beauty even in the face of adversity. Evenings were often the hardest, the silence in the house amplifying his loneliness. Sometimes he would call his brother, whose voice of reason brought a calmness that soothed his soul. He was his confidant, the one person who truly understood the silent language of his pain.
His brother always urged him to read, but the suggestion triggered something deep within him. James had never known his father, so the idea of reading a book about fathers felt distant and painful. However, instead of pushing him further, his brother introduced him to a different book. Reluctantly at first, James began reading, and soon the wisdom in those pages started to resonate with him in a way he hadn't expected. And remember, you are loved. Don't let her bitterness steal your light.
Their conversations were a lifeline, a reminder that he was not alone in his struggle. He would share his frustrations, his hopes and his fears, drawing strength from his brother's unwavering support. And every time without fail, his brother would remind him, "You got this, bro." He reminded him that abundance is his birthright. "Always put God first," he'd say, "and just be you. Stop playing around. I love you, bro."